Hey guys, Strong Style Studios back again. It's Alex.
And it's me, Noah, the champ.
And we're here with your PWG DDT4 2013 review. This show was the first of 2013 from PWG, and it was El Generico's last match in PWG and in the Indies.
Yep.
And it was a sad day.
It was.
Okay, well, let's get this thing started with the first round matchup of the DDT4 tournament, which was the Inner City Machine Guns, Ricochet and Swann taking on the Young Bucks. What do you think of this match, Noah?
I thought this was a lot of fun. Great way to start a show.
Mm-hmm.
You know, get the crowd going. It was a very good opener, like I'm saying. And there was a lot of crazy sequences and spots in this match.
Bucks worked very nice with Swann and Ricochet.
Definitely.
Gabe should be booking this match.
Oh, definitely. I
don't know why he hasn't.
I don't either.
One thing I loved was the Young Bucks using the laser pointer.
Yeah.
That was a just funny little spot.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, they had some crazy counter sequences. I laughed so hard, which I think it was Nick Jackson said, "Come on, Django, fight!" That was hilarious, and this was a great opener. Very, very, very nice way to start the show. I thought the finish, I know a lot of people were upset about the finish, but I think it worked with the Bucks just stealing one, you know?
Yes.
Which was kind of the story of the tournament, really.
Yeah.
Which I'm okay with. What'd you give this?
For me, this was 3.5 stars. I thought it was very, very enjoyable.
I went a little higher. I went 3 and 3/4. So, I really enjoyed it, though. Okay, next up we had the Unbreakable effing Machines, Brian Cage and Michael Elgin, taking on the champions Super Smash Bros. This actually was for the PWG Tag Team titles, as it was decided that all the matches the Tag Team champions were in would be for the belts in this tournament. And this match was going along very, very nicely, I thought. They were working really great. And then a botch happened where Uno did a dive to the outside and landed funny on his shoulder and actually popped his shoulder out of socket.
Yeah, separated his shoulder.
Yeah, and basically the match grounded to a halt right then.
Yes, but I felt like they did the best they could given the situation. It did hurt the match, but I still felt like this was good. You know?
It was.
And I remember watching it, and there's something about knowing a guy has a legitimate injury that you're just like, ooh, I wonder how they're gonna work.
Yes,
and they did. I thought they did really fantastic.
It did play into the match quite a bit, but at the same time, you kind of had to take it back a gear because one guy's injured. But it did play into the finish, and I liked how basically that's what cost him the match was him being injured. So I did enjoy that.
Definitely.
Yeah. So and in the end, Brian Cage and Michael Elgin won the PWG Tag Team titles. So that was a really big moment for both those guys. First wins in PWG actually for tag titles anyway.
Oh yeah. Definitely.
But what'd you give this match?
This one I gave 3.25. I thought it was very solid, especially given what happened in the match.
I gave this 3. I enjoyed it, but like I said, it really just got knocked down a notch because after the injury they really had to slow the match down. So next up we had the Dojo Bros, Roderick Strong and Eddie Edwards taking on Future Shock, the team of Kyle O'Reilly and the PWG World Champion Adam Cole. This match, first and foremost, let me just say right now, Adam Cole doing the suck my dick thing to Roddy and then him chopping him in the dick.
Yes.
Funniest thing ever.
Yes, that was so funny. And he sold it for almost the whole match.
Yeah, he sold it the entire time. Well, Roderick Strong chops you in the dick, you're going to feel it for a long time.
It's really not selling. Yes, that was absolutely hilarious. Yeah. But like I mentioned in our last PWG review, Dojo Bros, man, they are just fun to watch. They just bring this dynamic. They work so well together, but they feel like bullies, but not like jerk bullies, but they're like bullies that are having fun. Yeah. Like these two guys having fun, just beating the crap out of people. Yeah. So I loved that. Yeah. All
these guys work very well together, I think.
There were a lot of really cool double teams in this match.
I remember the last 7 minutes of this match were just awesome. I was going ape shit. I thought Cole kind of stealing was a nice little touch, giving that he's the heel champion and everything. So, but yeah, I really enjoyed this match, and kind of a shame it wasn't longer.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah, I give this a 3 3/4.
I will agree. I gave that the same rating.
Okay, and next up we had the last first round match between El Generico and Kevin Steen. I never thought I would see those guys teaming together again, taking on the Briscoe brothers, making their long-awaited return to PWG. When I first heard this match was announced, I was excited because I've seen a lot of their matches as in our in their feud back in like 2007, I think it was. And these guys can work together very, very nicely. I was a little disappointed with this match because I think, well, first of all, the fact that Kevin Steen and El Generico were teaming up was kind of the big thing for the crowd. They weren't really paying that much mind to the Briscoes.
Right.
And I think just a lot of their, like, most of, like, they just worked too fast, I think. They worked too fast in this match. And, like, they had a 20-minute match in, like, 10 minutes, it felt like.
Yeah, it was very, like you said, it was too short, but yeah, it felt like it kind of, the Briscoes were almost a placeholder in this tournament, you know, kind of padding the tournament. But what I really did like about this was how it played up the idea of what would happen later, because the whole idea of this show was to give us Steen and Generico their history.
Yeah.
And the Briscoes, what better way to do it? That's how they got discovered in the Indies.
I agree.
And I think that was a great way to... I thought it was smart for the Briscoes to be their first match because that's how they started out in the Indies. I thought it was really well thought out. Booking-wise, genius. In its execution, you know, they didn't have a lot of time. They didn't want to wear themselves out.
Yeah.
Solid match.
And like El Generico originally had to pull out the match, the tournament, because he was hurt. So I wondered like how much of like that had to do with the fact like that El Generico's matches were all kind of short, just to make sure that he was able to be in the main event. So just my idea. And also I didn't really like the finish, the roll from the Doomsday device, kind of anticlimactic.
Yeah, that was. Yeah.
Okay. What'd you give this match?
I gave this 3 stars.
I went 3 as well. Next up, we had the Unbreakable fucking Machines defending the PWG Tag Team titles against the Young Bucks in the semifinals of the PWG DDT4 tournament. These guys worked very well together, I thought, again. Brian Cage and Michael Elgin they're awesome at being much kind of like the Dojo Bros. They're bullies, you know. They just throw people around.
Yes, but they're like crowd favorites too.
Yeah. And they were great. They worked very, very nice as a tag team. I was very impressed with them, and like I love them, like having like a stalling suplex, just passing the guy.
That's cool.
That is
such
awesome.
A cool spot. That is an awesome spot.
Oh yeah.
This was a lot of fun. I love the Bucks facials.
Oh yeah.
They're just so priceless. Every match, you know, and like they'll take like these tiny little bumps and be like, like sell it like death. It's so funny. Yeah. Just a really solid, fun match. Really,
the finish though was like just so sun on, and just like what? You know, like it was almost like you couldn't believe that it was like that it just happened. You know.
Right.
And again, Bucks won with another roll up, which was kind of again the story of the whole tournament was Bucks winning by roll ups. But I didn't really care for it in this one. But it worked because how are you going to beat the Unbreakable fucking Machines?
Right.
So, what'd you give this match?
I gave this 3.5. Honestly, roll-up finishes don't bother me. At least it's a finish.
Yeah.
And it's not a dusty finish. So.
Okay. I went with 3.5 as well. Next up, we had the last semifinal match, which was El Generico and Kevin Steen facing Future Shock, and this match was just 7-minute sprint. They went out there and they busted their ass.
Yeah, I think that for me, I thought this was a very, very good match. I liked how Future Shock made it so difficult for Generico to make the tag.
Yeah.
I thought that was really cool. They were cutting off the ring really well. To me, it didn't feel like there was really anything blow away, but as a story, I thought this was a very well told story.
Okay. It was really short too, though. But like I really enjoyed like every second of this match, and I'm just like I wish it was longer because I think they could have really done something awesome. And I did like the fact that Adam Cole really did not want to get in the ring with Kevin Steen.
Right.
So. And
these 4 guys are just amazing. They know how to work a tag match so well. It's their bread and butter. These guys know it like they can do it in their sleep. And this is one of those matches where it's like, man, it's just so easy for them. So that it was fun to watch. And going along with the history of Steen and Generico, I loved watching them do the package pile driver
into the brainbuster. Yeah,
last time.
That is awesome. That is a great tag team maneuver.
Yep.
What'd you get this?
This one I gave 3.25.
I did as well. Look at that. Next up, we had we had intermission. We came back with Willie Mack taking on B-Boy in a non-tournament match. This really wasn't much of anything. It was just basically there to keep Willie Mack relevant and just kind of show how tough he is. A lot of stiff shots between these two guys. I mean, these are two. B-Boy's a stiff guy, and Willie Mack ain't afraid to throw a few haymakers if he has to.
Oh no, this was okay. It wasn't anything.
Yeah, it was
nothing special. I do like B-Boy as a heel, and I think that he'd be one of these guys that would be more. He would do better in like a faction or having a group.
Yeah.
Much like I've always felt Homicide was the same way. I've always felt like he was better in a group. But one spot in this match I want to.
I know what you're talking about.
Was it B-Boy trips Willie Mack, and Willie just goes like neck first. It looks like he killed himself.
Yeah.
It was brutal.
It looked like he got a broken neck.
It was nasty.
Yeah, very nasty. Very sudden finish too. Like that's kind of like the story of this whole tournament was like really finishes out of nowhere.
Yeah, and this was that was confusing to me on this one because this match really didn't need that.
No, whatever. What'd you give this?
I gave it 2 3/4. It was good.
I did as well. Alright, and then we had the second matchup in the Sami Callihan Drake Younger series. This was a knockout or submission match. And these two guys basically went out there and killed each other.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, this was murder.
This was absolutely brutal.
Yeah.
But to their credit, it was brutal, but the brutality built drama.
Yeah, I agree.
And I feel like so many people will go out and have hardcore matches, and it'll be brutal, but they forget that you need to build the drama, and that they did such a fine job of that in this match. I felt this was worlds better than the match before on Mystery Vortex.
Yeah.
Personally, that's how I felt.
Okay.
And the knockout or submission stipulation, love that.
Yeah.
I think more places should use it. I think it's awesome.
Yeah, and I really liked how it Drake Younger's a great babyface, man. He gets those babyface comebacks, and the crowd loves it for him. And I like the finish. I like how it made Drake look tough. It made Sami look tough. Cause again, the knockout finish worked because Drake Younger is just beating the shit out of him. And Sami Callihan doesn't give up. He just gets knocked out.
Yeah, I love that. I think that's how if you're wondering how to keep a guy looking strong but have him lose, just book him in this match.
Yeah.
A match like this.
Only thing I didn't like, Drake Younger taking unprotected steel chair shots to the head.
Yeah, that's completely unnecessary.
Don't need to see those, man. Those are dangerous. What did you get this match?
I gave this 4 stars. I thought it was sweet.
I gave it 4 as well. Alright, and then we had the main event, which was the finals of the DDT4 2013 tournament, which was Kevin Steen and El Generico taking on the champions, the Young Bucks, for the PWG World Tag Team titles. And this match was just insane. I absolutely loved this match. I thought that the story was great. I thought that this really put up their old feud. For those of you who don't know, the Bucks were actually the team that kind of sparked the split between El Generico and Kevin Steen. It was at Final Battle in 2009. Kevin Steen and El Generico versus the Bucks. They lost to the Bucks in actually a very similar fashion. There's a spot in there where they actually did the exact same finish basically, where just multiple super kicks to El Generico's head. They did it to Kevin Steen, and so it was that right there. That was really nice storytelling, I thought, and they really did play up the idea of these guys' past feud, and I just love this match.
I really enjoyed this match too. I don't think I liked it quite as much as you did. I don't know. There was something. It just felt like it was missing something for me. I can't really put my finger on it.
Okay.
But I really did enjoy it. But it, like I said, maybe it was too short. I'm not sure.
It was pretty short, but I thought that the ending, and how they built up to that finale, and the big comeback for El Generico not giving up, getting super kicked no matter how multiple times, and just keeps fighting. I thought that was great, and I loved El Generico breaking out the brain buster and kicking out the more bang for your bucks, and just everything was really great, and made Generico look great before going out.
I agree.
And again, the Bucks stealing one, it was a very quick Actually, I like the fact that Rick Knox counted and immediately he's pissed off that he had to count for the Young Bucks. I thought that was a nice little storytelling from him.
And that was a really cool finish where the package rolls it back into the small package.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah. And I think we got to talk about the aftermatch thing first.
Yes.
Basically, this was the greatest ending you could have to this feud, which was El Generico you know, Steen obviously upset that they lost. And, like, El Generico goes to shake his hand, and Kevin Steen just walks away. Is at the entrance way, and suddenly turns around, runs back, and gives El Generico a hug. That right there, it got you in the heart, man. That
did, and you could see that both guys were choked up.
Oh man!
And the thing is, like, this was a very powerful moment, like, and you don't get that very often in wrestling,
No.
you know. And this was definitely one of those times. You know, ROH used to do things where they'd have like a farewell show, and you would get those moments, but you don't see. We really haven't seen that recently.
For a while, yeah.
And this is definitely one of those moments in indie wrestling, in the wrestling world altogether. This is just powerful stuff. I loved this, and this made it worth go. You have to see this.
Agree. This is worth the price of the DVDs just to see the finale, the final chapter of Kevin Steen and El Generico, which is my favorite feud ever in professional wrestling. I thought this was a perfect end. And of course, El Generico has to kind of spoil the fun by basically saying he's going to Mexico to take care of orphans.
Yes, that was the best part. Was that he had an after match speech, and he was in character the whole time. That was great.
I gotta go take care of my Paco, and just like maybe I come back and just
exactly.
El Generico is just, there's nobody like El Generico in the world. He is one of a kind. What'd you give the match overall?
I gave it 3.5. Very fun, very good.
Okay, I went a little higher. I went 4. I just love the storytelling. I've always been a sucker for Kevin Steen and El Generico, so the fact that like this was like they played up the whole feud, I was a mark for. So, what'd you give the show overall though?
For this show, I just want to say it was a breeze to sit through.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it was so easy to sit through, and the booking, the finishes were. I mean, if you don't like roll-ups, then you're not gonna love a lot of the finishes. But man, I thought the booking on the show was brilliant, and I gave this 8.5. I really enjoyed the show.
I agree. 8.5 for me as well. And hey, it made you hate the Bucks, and that's what they want. And also, I forgot, we should neglect to tell that the Young Bucks, this makes them a 3-time DDT4 winner.
That's right.
That's a record right there. Best tag team in professional wrestling.
So this is one of those shows you will definitely not just be disappointed if you get this. It's like I said, super easy to sit through.
And it's fun. This is just wrestling at its most fun, I think.
Exactly.
So, well, from both of us here at Strong Style Studios, thank you for watching. Take care.